Hello friends, welcome to testingshala YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about the testing interview questions and answers. These are some of the important interview questions you will be getting whenever you are going and attending testing related interviews. So if you are visiting first time to the testingshala YouTube channel, please click on subscribe button and bell notification so that all our future videos related to software testing will be in your inbox so that you can enhance your testing skills. So let's move on. So what are those important testing interview questions will be asked when you're attending the testing interviews? Let's go by one by one, and also I'm going to explain how to answer these interview questions. So first question, this is normally a first question when you're attending the interview. This will be the normal question. They will be asking, can you tell me about your software testing experience? You should be able to answer your testing background. Let's say if you have 5 years of experience in software testing, then you should call that out, how many years of testing experience you have and what are the things you have done. So if we are talking about last 5 years, you should talk about in last 5 years, how much portion you have done a manual testing, how much portion you have done a automation testing. In manual testing, what are the different types of testings you have done, what is the complexity of the testing you have done, which are the testing domains you worked upon. In the same way in automation, what are the automation tools you have worked upon. So all those things you should give them the brief idea. So start highlighting what are the contributions, the two very important contributions you have made over the last 5 years, with what are the value additions you have brought in that help the previous organization to do the better things. So if you are able to articulate yourself the all the background of the last 5 years, what you have achieved, then call that out and take some time. Maybe you should take 2 or 3 minutes in briefing them. The second interview question is, why have you chosen the testing career? This is very important, very challenging question as well, because you have to be very careful when you're answering this question, because they are looking whether you are passionate about testing or is someone has forced you for you to choose this testing career, chosen the testing career by chance. They just wanted to know whether you have really chosen the testing career with the passion. Are you really passionate about your manual testing? Are you really passionate about functional testing? Or are you really passionate about automation testing, right? So they just wanted to understand the background. We try to be honest as much as possible. Third question is, are you passionate about testing? Any reason? Yes, this is a continuation of the previous questions. Are you passionate about testing? So why are you testing role? Why not development? Right? Is there any reason? So normally you should be able to articulate the answer for this is, what are the advantages of testing resources compared to the development resources? What are the benefits the testing team is going to get compared to any other resources? What is the visibility of the testing team compared to the development team? If you have any good example to talk about out of your previous past 5 years of experience, then that call that out. Help the interviewers to make the right call about your profile. So let's go to the fourth question is, can you please explain the background on the last project which you worked upon? This is the question will be asked by any interviewer, just to wanted to understand how good you are able to articulate about your last project's functionality, what all the things you have done, what kind of testings you have done. So that is very good skills you should have. You should prepare very well about the last project which you worked upon and start highlighting, write down or jot down the good points about the last project, what all the achievements you have made. Fifth question, this question will be asked if the company which they wanted to hire you, if they wanted to hire for a lead role, or if they wanted to hire you as an individual contributor. So they just wanted to assess from you that what kind of role are you really looking. Based on your answer, they are going to assess whether you are a right fitment for the role or not. Before going to the interview, please hold up the job description you are attending the interview. That would help to provide the right answers. Otherwise, they will ask something and you will be telling something, and unnecessarily you will lose the opportunity. Right? It is always to get hold of the job description, job which you are looking in that company, and based on that, prepare your answers in such a way that would give that would boost the response which you are going to provide to that interview. So let's move on to the next question. Can you share some of the challenging experience with your colleagues or team members? If you are a team member or even if you are individual contributor, they will be keep asking this question in most of the interviews just to ensure that to know about, are you a individual contributor, are you a team player, you do not have any egos or not, are you going along with the resources or not, do you have any challenges in handling the team. So they will ask some more questions just to validate that whatever you are talking or whatever the answers you are providing, so that they will get comfortable whether you're a good team player or you're just telling some stories. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Can you please share some of the examples of team conflict situations? Being a lead, let's say if you're a lead or even if you're an individual contributor, it may happen that there could be a team conflict will be there. In handling a resources also, there could be a many conflict will be there, right? If something really wanted to call that out, please call that out. And how did you sort out those team conflicting situation? Or if any conflict which is not happening from your end, but it is given from the other end, then also you mentioned about how did you tackle it, how did you solve those issues, what is your proactiveness in solving those conflict situations. If you have some example, please call that out as well. In that way, interviewer feels that you are not a person who is creating a problem, but you are the person who is trying to provide the solution to the team, and you are always the person who listens and gives the solution for the team members. So that is how you need to portray in front of the interviewer that you have done a good job in terms of people management or team management. So let's move on to the next question. Why have you left so many companies? Let's this question will come when in the last 5 years, if you have left many companies. Let's say you have left 3 companies or 4 companies, and you have just worked in every company for 1 year or 1.5 year. If that is a history, if your profile provides, then you should be very careful when you're answering it. They'll feel you're a job offer and you are keep changing the job, and it is very difficult you to trust. Even after we hire you, even from here also you may quit within a 6 months or within a year. So that is the reason they will ask this question, and be careful when you're answering it. And if something genuine answer is there, please call that out, and you should portray in such a way that you are not left the company on your own, right? There could be 100 reasons are there, or maybe the career goals are not meeting in the previous companies, or your compensation is not able to match, or you may be having other challenges. If something really wanted to call that out, you can call that out with the genuine reasons. Okay, let's move on to the next question. What is the reason for the change in the company? Why you are changing the company now? So this is very crucial question, and they wanted to know why are you leaving the current company. And definitely you might have 3 4 answers, and if it is not there, then please prepare with 3 4 answers why you are changing the current company. You should not always give an impression to the interviewer that you are just changing the company just because of salary, right? Or you're just changing because you have created a lot of challenges in the previous organization, right? Because this is a more of a negativity factor which you're spreading, right? You should always try to spread as much as positiveness so that they feel you are the right fitment for them, right? Or even if you're trying to spread positive, but they know how to get hold of the information from you by cross validating your questions or your answers. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. What is your short-term goal and long-term goals? You are at the fifth year and you wanted to become in a short-term manner, you wanted to become a lead. Maybe in the long term, you wanted to groom yourself as a test architect, or you wanted to groom yourself as a test manager. So whatever the wishes you have in your career aspiration, then please try to be honest and you talk about that. And also, what are the things you are already trying to do in order to meet these short-term and long-term goals? What are the preparations you are making over this journey, right? If something is there already, then please call that out as well. That would help them to understand you are a very proactive guy, career-oriented guy, and they are really eager to look for to give an opportunity for you in that organization. So let's move on to another question, which is they're going to ask in your interviews is, can you please tell me 5 strengths and 5 weaknesses? This is very critical and very important and confusing question as well. Or many times you will be telling all your strength in a very easy manner. They're asking just 5, you may be telling maybe 10 strengths. But when it comes to 5 weaknesses, sometimes even opening yourself with the 1 weaknesses is not very easy. Always required to be well preparedness. And whenever you are talking about weaknesses, you should turn out to be a positive for them, right? Your weaknesses should be turn out to be positive for them, because it is not the weakness from you, but it is a more of a commitment from you for the delivery or for the organization. Hence, it comes as a weakness from your point of view. So something like that you need to portray. You should not completely tell your some of your weaknesses. Then with those answers, you may not get the job as well, right? Try to be honest as much as possible, but see to that your answer should be in such a way that you should be having some balancing act in this situation. Let's move on to the next question. What is the expectation in this job, and do you have any expectation on the salary part as well? So this is the normally the questions will be asked in the last, and they would like to know what is your expectation from the current company, or what kind of roles are you looking, or what kind of salary are you looking. So if you have something aspiration in terms of career with that kind of roles you are looking, then please call that out. And for salary perspective, if you have any specific things, then call that out. Otherwise, you just answer them, I'm fine as per the industry standard. And if some companies like very big companies, they'll have some fixed compensation plan, and irrespective of the company, any company which your company coming from, they will have those fixed salaries, and that is the only salary they'll give it for you, right? But again, look on the situation, and based on that, you ask for it. Last question is, why we need to hire you? Very important question, and you have to be very positive, and you should be able to market your skills. What all the benefit the organization is going to get from you when they hire you? You maybe just we need to highlight what all the important things you have done last 5 years, and what all the benefit which is already current company is gaining from you, and same thing you can extend to the new company as well when they hire you. So that is how you should be able to market. For all these things, you should require well preparedness. If you are not preparing very well, you will be losing the interview, right? Hence, whatever the interview questions just now I asked, these are very important questions, right? These are not technical questions. It will make or break the deal, hiring deal. Hence, you should always be careful, and it requires good preparation in answering these questions. Take some time, prepare very well with the right answers, practice it at home before going the interview. Do not get panic or not get anxious, right? Be calm, composed, and whatever you are prepared, you should be able to articulate in a right manner. I hope till now you understood all the interview questions which are being asked in the testing interviews, as well as how to answer it. If you liked this video, please click on like button. If you are visiting first time to the Testing Shala, then please click on subscribe button and bell notification so that all our future videos related to software testing will be in your inbox. That would help you to enhance your testing skills. Thanks for watching this video. Bye for now. Take care.